If you run an exterior service business, you already know the slow part of quoting is usually not the math. It is getting accurate measurements, checking the property, and turning all of that information into a price without driving across town first. This is MapMeasure Pro inside QuoteIQ, and in this walkthrough, I'm going to quote a real sample property from start to finish. We will use manual area measurement, linear measurement, property lines, historical imagery, street view, AI AutoMeasure for the roof, lawn, and concrete, roof analysis, saved measurements, and finally send the measured quantity straight into an estimate. I am starting with a residential property in Savannah, Georgia. Once the address is open, I can zoom in until the house and work areas are easy to see. This is the view a business owner would use before a site visit to understand the shape of the lot, the driveway, the roof, and the surrounding access. Let us start with a normal manual measurement. With mouse mode on, I simply click around the part of the lawn I want to quote. Every click adds a point. I keep tracing the edge, and when I close the shape, QuoteIQ calculates both the area and the perimeter immediately. On this sample lawn, the first clean outline measures about 3,729 square feet, with a perimeter of about 241 feet. That is useful for lawn treatments, sod, mulch, pressure washing, seal coating, or any service that prices by square foot or needs the outside edge. I can save the shape with a clear name, like sample front lawn. Save measurements stay available in the measurement library, so I do not have to rebuild the property every time the customer asks for another service or comes back next season. Next is property lines. This uses parcel record data to place a reference boundary around the lot. It is a fast way to keep measurements inside the correct property and avoid accidentally including a neighbor's area. Property lines are a reference tool, not a legal survey, but for quoting, they give the owner a much better starting point. This feature uses IQ credits, and QuoteIQ shows the credit cost before it runs. Now, let us use AI AutoMeasure. The AI can trace 3 surface types: roof, lawn, and concrete. I can choose one category or run all 3 together. For this example, I select roof, lawn, and concrete. QuoteIQ shows the estimated credit use before anything begins. The AI needs a search area first. I draw a simple outline around the property so the system knows exactly where to look. That keeps the analysis focused on this job instead of the neighboring homes. Once the outline is closed, I run the measurement. I have shortened the processing wait in this video, but the important part is that the AI returns editable results. It is not a locked black box. Here are the real results from this property. The roof is about 4,655 square feet. The lawn is about 9,141 square feet. And the concrete is about 2,061 square feet. Quote, IQ also calculates a perimeter for each group. For a business owner, those separate groups can support completely different services: roofing or gutter work from the roof measurement, fertilization or mowing from the lawn measurement, and pressure washing or sealing from the concrete measurement. Concrete is treated as one general category, so always review what the AI found. It may include the driveway, sidewalk, patio, or other hard surfaces together. That is why QuoteIQ leaves you in control. I can expand a group, inspect every polygon, see its individual area and perimeter, rename it, move it to a different category, remove it from the group, or adjust the points on the map. If the AI catches a small section I do not want, I can correct it before pricing the job. For roof work, MapMeasure Pro goes a step further with roof analysis. It shows the total roof area and the individual roof segment. On this example, the analysis also reports pitch, direction, vertical height, and estimated sun exposure. The visible segment is about 3,691 square feet with a 41-degree pitch facing southeast. That context helps roofing, solar, gutter, and exterior contractors understand complexity before they arrive. Street View is another practical pre-quote tool. I can inspect the front of the property, rotate the view, and check the driveway, trees, gates, parking, and access. It will not replace an on-site inspection when one is required, but it helps a business owner spot obstacles, plan equipment, and ask better questions before scheduling the job. Not every service is priced by area. In linear mode, MapMeasure Pro switches to 2-point lines. I click the start and end of the sample edge, and QuoteIQ returns about 47.5 linear feet. That is useful for fencing, gutters, curbing, edging, joint sealing, or any service priced by the foot. I save it as sample fence line so it can be reused later. The settings panel lets me match the tool to the job. Mouse mode allows normal click-to-place points. Turning it off gives me a centered crosshair workflow. Linear mode adds 2-point lines, and line measurements can display the length of every edge. I can also change marker, fill, and border colors, adjust border width and fill opacity, or reset the visual style to the defaults. Those controls make complicated properties much easier to read on screen and in saved screenshots. Units can be changed at any time. Area can display in square feet, square meters, acres, hectares, and other units. Length can display in feet, meters, yards, miles, and more. The conversion happens live, so the same measurement can fit the way your market or service is priced. At the top, the imagery timeline lets me compare the current satellite image with earlier dates. That can help when a roof, driveway, addition, pool, or landscaping has changed. I'll always return to the most current clear image before finalizing the quote. Every saved job appears in the measurement library. I can search by address, name, or client, open a saved property, and restore the complete measurement. Here I am, reopening the saved AI roof, lawn, and concrete job with all of its group totals intact. That means the measurement can support follow-up quotes without starting over. Now for the business result. Inside a standard QuoteIQ estimate, I choose the customer and open the service line. This sample service is priced at 50 cents per square foot. The Map Pin button opens MapMeasure Pro directly inside that service. I can attach the map screenshot, then choose Save to Estimate. QuoteIQ sends a measured quantity into the area field and calculates the service total automatically. In this demonstration, 32,089.79 square feet at 50 cents produces a total of $16,044.90. For a real quote, I would choose only the surface or group that matches the service, review the measurement, and confirm my pricing before sending anything to the customer. Nothing has to be sent from the measurement screen. The value is that the owner can go from property research to an editable measurement to a priced estimate in one workflow. That is MapMeasure Pro. Manual measuring when you want total control, AI when you want speed, property and imagery tools for better context, and a direct connection to estimating so the measurement becomes revenue. If you want more QuoteIQ walkthroughs like this, follow along. The next video can cover any feature from the customer list, quote creation, scheduling, payments, automation, or the full job workflow.